Baby Ganix. Maybe you've heard of the name, or maybe you've seen their classic green and white bottles in a store. I've tried 8 different Baby Ganix products, and I wanted to give you a mom's opinion about them. So let's take a look. Hi, I'm Mommy from the Mommy's Trying channel. I review children's products and I give mommy tips. Today I wanted to talk about the company Baby Ganix. Over the past 2 years, I've tried 8 different Baby Ganix products from their line. So that includes their teething gel pods, insect repellent, sunscreen, alcohol-free foaming hand sanitizer, eczema care skin care protectant cream, their multi-purpose cleaning spray, and their baby wipes and baby diapers. So I wanted to give you a mom's opinion about that. But first, if you're unfamiliar with the Baby Ganix company, I'll give you a quick rundown. Their goal is to make plant-based, organic when possible, products that parents are looking for and that's also safe for baby. So they have a wide range of products available. Products such as laundry essentials, alcohol-free hand sanitizer, insect repellent, sunscreen, bath and skincare essentials, dish and hand soap, etc. And you may or may have not heard of the lawsuit filed against them in 2006, which I won't get into specifics on here just because of legality issues. You're welcome to look that up yourself though. But after that case, they carefully label which ingredients are certified organic. They also chose to have bio-based products, and what classifies something to be bio-based is that the chemicals in it are either derived from a plant or animal feedstock. They also make their own blend of oils called Neo Nourish seed oil blends that's made up of 5 different seed oils that they put in almost everything. You can also look at the individual products that they have online for the active and inactive ingredients if you happen to be interested in that. And I happened to contact the company asking if they have any samples or travel-sized items that I can test out for this review video. Unfortunately, they don't have anything available, but it took their customer service, I emailed them, it took their customer service representative to get back to me no more than 15 hours later, so they do have a great response time. And all of the containers that I've encountered encourage you to recycle them, so that shows me not only are they concerned about the environment when it comes to the specific ingredients that they put into their products, but they also consider the packaging as well. But anyways, after my quick spiel about the company, let's look at the products that I've tried out. So the first product that I've tried out happened to be their teething gel pods. Single-use pod, there are 10 of these for about $7 for the whole packet, and it comes with Q-tips that you can use, and the material. So, after washing your hands, peel this back, take the Q-tip, dip the Q-tip in there, and put it all around your child's gums where they're teething. The directions say that you can use it up to 4 times daily or as directed by a dentist or doctor, and it's for infants under 4 months of age. But we've always used this whenever my daughter would teeth. It would always usually work within 10 or 20 minutes after we applied it, and we never had to apply more than 2 of these in a day. They also make a point to label that it's made without benzocaine, which happens to be the ingredient that the FDA warns parents not to use on their children, especially children under 2 years of age, just because of the rare yet deadly condition and side effects that they could have from benzocaine. And that's directly from the FDA.gov website published in 2017. When you look at the actual product, when you open this, it actually reminds me of coconut oil. And that's funny because the ingredients on this is coconut oil, stevia, and clove oil. For me, this product stood out just because of the ingredients list and how natural it is. So it made me feel better that there was some type of natural teething relief that my daughter could use. I've also made a point, instead of using the Q-tip, we've made a point to apply this oil on my daughter's favorite teether. That way she can just apply the teether where she needs it. That way the oil can just get all over the problem area. And this happens to be the emergency teething gel pack that we would leave at Grandma's house just in case, just because it's so easy to use. For the alcohol-free foam hand sanitizer, they have it available in a large pump or on-the-go pumps. They also have the refillable bottle if you just want to buy the sanitizer itself to refill these. They have it in a mandarin scent or fragrance-free. The mandarin isn't strong at all. It's a slight citrus smell. Since it's alcohol-free, the germ-killing agent in this is called benzalkonium chloride, and it's 0.1% for antimicrobial purposes. And just being curious what benzalkonium chloride really is, I happened to find a research study published in 2019 from the American Society for Microbiology that this substance has antimicrobial properties against bacteria, fungi, and viruses. And I know there's no real way to test if this works or not. At the time that my daughter was an infant, this was the only company that had any type of baby safe hand sanitizer available. And I have to say, we've always kept the on-the-go bottles available in her baby bag, in her diaper bag. So if you don't have access to a sink, put this on and it gives you peace of mind. They do have a multi-surface cleaning spray, fragrance-free, but don't get this confused that it is antibacterial spray, because I happened to go on this one website, Target, and they briefly mentioned that it had antibacterial properties in it. No, it doesn't. It's just plain multi-surface cleaner spray. I happened to call the company and ask to clarify this, and they said, no, sorry, it's just a cleaner spray. There's no sanitizing properties in it whatsoever. Okay, now I know. Thank you. But this happens to be my go-to spray whenever I have to spray off my daughter's play table. So it works great on wiping off food, markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever. It doesn't work very well in the kitchen though. I have tried it on our stove and on our kitchen faucet. Again, it's not a degreaser, and I mean, that's fair. It is formulated without ammonia, bleach, phosphates, sulfates, fragrances, and dyes, and is made for hard surfaces and glass, and is non-allergenic. Moving on to their sunscreen. So this is a 6-ounce bottle for about $10. It's SPF 50+ for UVA and UVB protection. You're supposed to apply it 15 minutes prior to going outside, but of course that never really works. I've tried to apply this 10 minutes before my daughter was going to go outside and play in the pool. I think it worked slightly better. I can't really say for sure, but I couldn't really tell. It's also recommended that you reapply this after 80 minutes of swimming, sweating, towel drying, or just every 2 hours. And based on personal experience of using this sunscreen all summer long, my daughter has played outside in the sun when it was extremely sunny, hot, no overcast, no shade available whatsoever. She was outside for maybe 2.5 hours, and she never got sunburn. I can't really compare it to anything just because this is the only sunscreen that I've used so far, but when we have used it, it has pulled through. So it does its job. Looking at their natural insect repellent, this is a 6-ounce bottle for about $10, and it is advertised to be DEET-free. You spray it into your own hands and then you wipe it onto your child. You reapply it every 90 minutes, and as soon as you get indoors, it's instructed for you to, wash your child's clothes and then wash your child right after. So honestly, when I first saw this, I didn't really have any high hopes for it just because I didn't think that any of these ingredients could repel any insects, but of course you got to give it a try. So what my family and I did, we made a point to use this during the summer after a muggy day. It happened to rain like 2 or 3 days in a row. It was very humid and sticky out. We happened to go to a pond to feed some geese, and we knew that there would be a lot of bugs around that greenery. So I put it on myself. I actually only just put it on my legs, and I didn't spray it on my arms. I put it all over my daughter, and my husband didn't have any on him, just to be the control group. And we went around that pond where a lot of bugs were, and throughout the walk, he got bit so much. I actually saw a huge mosquito fly right next to my daughter's face, and no joke, I mean, it seems like I'm just saying this because I'm making a review video, but I just happened to see this giant mosquito near her face, and I saw it get close and actually back away. And I had no bug bites on my legs where I sprayed, but I did have a bug bite here on the inside of my arm where I didn't spray. So, I mean, we tested it out. That was just one summer night that we had it. I mean, the other nights that we've used it, we've also had success, but that night in particular, I definitely remember just because we saw major results. So I would recommend this all natural insect repellent to be used for your family. Their 8-ounce Eczema Care Skin Protectant Cream. It is for mild to moderate eczema, and you can use it on the body and the face. This is thicker than regular lotion, but I have to admit it doesn't work very well. I used it personally on myself as well. I have eczema here on my hand and my wrist here, and honestly, I feel like it actually made my skin dry up and make it worse within less than 2 hours of having it on. Moving on to their baby wipes. So a small pack of these, it includes 80 of these, and they do have this available in an 800 count. They do want you to store this at room temperature, and it has a sticker seal tab on the front to open it. So if we get one out, one comes out, yes. There's no pattern to it, and it's kind of like in a rectangle shape. I know I just stretched it slightly. So placing my finger in here, it is pretty strong. It actually has a chemical-like smell to it. My husband claims it kind of smells like bleach. I really don't smell the bleach, but I do have to admit it does smell like some type of cleaner. I am in the process of making a baby wipes video, which this will be one of 20 that I will test out, so stay tuned for that. But I didn't really see a big difference in using these, and I had to use a lot of these to get the job done, if you know what I mean. And you really have to keep your grip on this or else it'll just slip off. I have used this to wipe my daughter's messy hands after a snack or something. It doesn't do a good job at cleaning up crumbs, like collecting it. The crumbs will just fall off compared to other wipes that I've used. It's not overly moist and it will dry out if you leave it out, so it's an okay wipe. I wouldn't really choose to use this as an everyday thing, but if you're looking for something that's more natural, plant-based, you like Baby Ganix, you can support them and you can use this. And last but not least, the Baby Ganix diaper. Their diapers are available from newborn to size 6, so from 0 to 35 plus pounds. They do have the wetness indicator line from newborn to size 2 diapers. So Baby Ganix does market this to have their Neo Nourish Seed Oil Blend in the core. If you happen to be interested in the specifics of the diaper, they do have a little section on their website explaining what the tabs are made of, what the outside material is made out of. But just looking at this right now, off the bat you can see that there's a very soft frilly material here on one side and nothing on this side. It can easily peel off, which it has. Either when my daughter's wearing a dress or if she's just running around the house with just a diaper on, this has actually peeled off, or she's actually ripped it off herself, which made the diaper start peeling off. And you can translate that as having poor quality control in the factory that they make these out of, or maybe somebody from the outside looking in could translate that as in like, oh yeah, it's a good biodegradable diaper because it's already falling apart. I'm mentioning that this is biodegradable because if you happen to Google best biodegradable diapers, the Baby Ganix actually come up on most of the searches. It's usually in the top 8 or top 10.
No.
I don't know if you can truly say that this is a good biodegradable diaper just because it still has plastic in the diaper. Maybe it is considered to be biodegradable because it's latex free, chlorine free, because of that Neo Nourish blend that they have in the core of it. By the way, I did end up calling the company and asking them this question myself. Are your diapers biodegradable? Or are there any materials in your diaper that make it a little more environmentally friendly? Their answer was, no, our diapers aren't biodegradable. They don't recommend you to place human feces in the recycling bin, so it's not compostable, but they do try to use as many renewable resources as they can when they make their diapers. That's the answer. So just hearing that, it made me wonder, what makes something biodegradable, green, or eco-friendly? Is it more on the marketing side? Are there certain restrictions or guidelines that have to be met to make this? It's just like, what makes something certified organic? Certain criteria have to be met to be classified as that, right? So I'll go more in depth in this in my in-depth diaper review video, so stay tuned for that. But now that we know the answer, let's get back to the video. But when my daughter wears this, it works as a great diaper in general and an overnight diaper. As an overnight diaper, it never leaked. We never had any blowouts on this, but it did give her a rash on the side of her left hip. And I'm guessing that it did that because of the Neo Nourish seed oil blend, since one of those seed oils have the tomato seed oil, which my daughter has a food sensitivity to, tomatoes. I'm assuming that having that constant friction on the side of her, and it contains some ingredients that she is sensitive to, that it would cause that little rash there on the side to pop up. I'm not sure. That's the only explanation that I can think of. And even when the diaper was on her on the tab, I made sure that nothing was folded over, nothing was compressed, nothing was underneath it. It wasn't strapped on too much. I was looking if there were any patterns in the diaper itself, like if they had thicker material on a part of the tab, but this whole thing is smooth, it's even, so I couldn't really figure out physically from the diaper what was making that rash on her side. The tomato seed oil thing was the only thing that I could think of that may have created that rash from her. But as a diaper overall, it works great. Once they pee in this and you open it up, you can't even tell that they peed. You can. If my daughter didn't have that skin sensitivity on the side of her hip, I probably would have gotten more. This is truly a great diaper. Out of all the 8 products that I've tried over the past 2 years, the ones that have stuck out to me the most would be their hand sanitizer, their diapers, and the insect repellent. It really surprised me with what they offered. And if you happen to be looking for a company that supports the planet, that has natural ingredients, plant-derived or certified organic ingredients as much as possible, give Baby Organics a try. You might be happy with the results that you see. If you happen to use any other Baby Organic products that I didn't mention here, leave me feedback in the comments. Let me know how it's worked out for you, and maybe I can give it a try later on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below to watch the latest review videos and more mommy tips. Thanks for watching at Mommy's Trying.